the big name in the ADC that everybody assume will automatically take the ticket is former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. How is your principal trying to navigate this? Because some are already suggesting that perhaps it's just in the contest to settle for vice presidential ticket.
Well, I don't know about other people, but two things. Rotimi Amaechi has said it severally, that he's not contesting for vice president. And if you look at the work that he's putting into the ADC and in chasing his ticket, I don't think that's not what someone who wants to be vice president does. Now, I agree.
Atiku Abubakar has done it again. He has paid 90 million naira for a presidential nomination form. He has walked into another political party. He has cleared his throat and prepared for the 7th time in his life to tell Nigerians he is the man to fix this country. But there is a problem nobody in the ADC is saying out loud. Nobody, not one serious political figure, wants to stand next to Atiku Abubakar as his vice presidential candidate. And while his team scrambles behind the scenes to build a ticket, the very men he hoped would serve as his southern flank are now telling him directly, "We are running for president too, and the ADC belongs to the south." Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, we cover Nigerian politics with no filter and no favor. Subscribe now, hit the bell so you don't ever miss a story like this one. On May 8, 2026, Atiku Abubakar paid a 90 million naira nomination fee to the ADC, formally confirming his intention to contest the 2027 presidential election. The ADC celebrated it on social media as a new chapter in Nigeria's democratic journey. But what the party's statement did not capture is the political chaos underneath that announcement. Because the moment Atiku walked through the door with his check, the very coalition he hoped to lead began fracturing. Also obtaining ADC presidential forms are former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amaechi, whose forms was collected on his behalf by former Edo State Governor and APC National Chairman John Oyegun, and an economist, Mohammed Hayatuddin. Read that again. 3 men are now running for the ADC presidential candidate simultaneously. Atiku wanted a coalition. What he got is a competition. And that competition is about to tear the ADC apart before a single primary vote is cast. Now, let us talk about the question Atiku's camp does not want to answer. If Atiku becomes the ADC presidential candidate, who runs with him as vice president? The answer, increasingly, is nobody who matters. Underground moves in the ADC have produced 2 tendencies. Some are rooting for Obi Kwankwaso ticket, while Atiku Makinde or Atiku Amaechi is said to have attracted some support from ADC leaders in Southwest and the North. Said to have attracted some support. That is diplomatic language, for nobody has agreed yet. And when you look at what is actually happening with both Makinde and Amaechi this week, you understand why Atiku is struggling to build a ticket. Let us start with Seyi Makinde. Governor Seyi Makinde is expected to formally declare his presidential ambition on Thursday, May 14th, during a major political rally scheduled at historic Mapo Hall in Ibadan, tagged Unity Mega Rally Ibadan 2026. Not vice presidential ambition, presidential ambition. The same Seyi Makinde that Atiku's strategies have been floating as a possible running mate to anchor the Southwest vote is standing up tomorrow to declare that he wants to be the president himself. That is not a negotiating position. That is a public disgrace to an assumption Atiku's team made about his availability. The rally is also expected to feature formal unveiling of a political alliance involving the People's Democratic Party, the Allied People's Movement, and other groups aligned with the governor's political movement. Makinde is building his own structure, his own coalition, his own momentum. He is not waiting to be summoned to Abuja to be offered second place on someone else's ticket. And if Makinde is not enough of a problem, meet Rotimi Amaechi. Amaechi has officially entered the race for the 2027 presidency after obtaining the ADC expression of interest and nomination form. with the form collected by a delegation led by former Edo State Governor John Odie Oyegun. And Amaechi has not just bought a form, he has also issued a political ultimatum wrapped in the language of democracy. Speaking in Kano, Amaechi said the ADC must settle for a candidate with demonstrable capacity, a generational outlook, and respect for Nigerians' rotation culture. First is capacity, second is age, and the third is respect. The unwritten law of power rotation, which is the turn of the South, he said. That unwritten law he is referencing points directly at Atiku Abubakar, a northerner who has been trying to become president since 1993. Amaechi warned that fielding a northern candidate could make it difficult to convince southern voters to give up on power. If you elect somebody from the north, I'm not saying we won't campaign, but it will be difficult to convince the south, he said. That is Amaechi telling Atiku to his face, you are the wrong candidate in the wrong region at the wrong time. And so the ADC stands before its primaries with a crisis it cannot resolve. Every serious southern figure they need to make Atiku electable is either running against him or building their own coalition. The coalition may be torn apart by the question of which part of the country his presidential candidate should come from. Meanwhile, Makinde's May 14 declaration carries another dimension that should worry Atiku enormously. Sources suggest Makinde's broader political play may involve linking up with Bala Mohammed Axis, an alternative northern force that could offer the southwest governor the kind of northern complement that Atiku was supposed to be for someone else. That is the tragedy of Atiku Abubakar's political life. He has built coalitions that collapse. He has led parties that abandon him. He has paid nomination fees, gone home without a ticket. And now, in what may truly be his final attempt, the men he needs most are the men most determined to run in his place. Nobody wants to be his deputy. The ADC is not a coalition of shared purpose. It is a room full of presidential ambition, pretending to be a movement. The primary is coming, the fractures are real, and Atiku may once again find himself holding a receipt, but not a party. If this country's opposition ever leans to coordinate rather than compete, it might one day actually win. Until then, subscribe, share this video, and let us know in the comments, does Atiku have a part? Or is this finally his end? I would love to read from you. Until I see you on the next video, please remain blessed.